So here is BasementVR. It's available on Steam now. So it actually has a tool belt of sorts. You can move around. You can only rotate and cannot move it like farther or closer to you, to yourself. But you can adjust height. And this is my place. I can place objects here and they are getting saved. They have these kind of spheres similar to ours. You can place them and they're getting copied. And you can draw. Oh, interesting. Just in order to delete, you just press on stroke and it gets deleted. Actually, I find this mechanic of removing objects by drawing them is quite intuitive, and it's quite easy to do. You just need to draw it away and it just gets deleted. I think it's quite a good solution for deleting objects. Some kind of picture that you can scale. Oh, uniformly. I mean, ununiformly. And you can place it. Okay, so what is I think the most interesting thing about this app is this. You can go to the city that is consisted of lots of rooms. And here's my room. I have these interests attached to my room, like tags that I chose at the start of this app. And I can go to any room, I guess. Can I edit? Nope. Huh, interesting. This is a browser that you can access. Oh, nice. Views. Oh yeah, they have.
Hey, where are you?
Hey, where are you? I'm in the city.
So am I. I'm just having a walk through.
Oh, nice. So which room are you standing from? Like,
I
I think
will
so.
find a major room. Okay, who's this room here? I'm by Bazooka Zen.
Sorry. Okay, let me. I don't know if they are
It's
synchronized.
a
I
big
mean.
building. It's a big building. Okay, it's on the.
Oh, okay, it's far away. Oh, they're taller. The more views you
Yeah,
have, the taller it is. Okay, I understand.
exactly. So
Uh-huh. So Red Wolf. This is the tallest building. I see.
yeah,
It's called
not quite
Red Wolf. Okay, I
that
can
tall.
go farther.
Yeah, it's Yeah, it's a bit further down.
Trolley Gan, 58 views. How many views does this building have?
81.
80, okay.
So it's quite big.
Yeah, man, there are lots of buildings. So 16. So is this your first time in this app?
No. I've just been in my room. I've just been designing it a little bit.
Oh.
So
Cool. So I think.
who are you?
So I'm Dima. D-I-M.
Oh, Dima.
Yeah. And what is your name?
7.
7. Just 7 like.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. I'm standing by a building called Valerius that has 234.
I know where that is. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to check it out.
And find you.
It's called Valerius. 234 views.
Yes.
I don't
Wow.
want a lot for Christmas. There's
Hi. I think.
just
Oh, hi,
one
Simon.
thing I
Nice to meet you.
How you doing?
Doing great. I mean, this is the
I
first
don't
time
care
I run this app.
those
Just I think like 15 minutes in.
underneath the
So it's like Japanese
Christmas
theme.
tree.
I guess it's Japanese themed or Korean.
No. He likes Asian girls, but there
I
is a secret room here.
It's weird.
Would you like to find a secret room? You see this girl's bum here?
So how far do you enter? Oh, okay. So
Walk through the
oh, nice.
Nice. Won't ask for much this Christmas. I won't even wish for snow. No, I'm just gonna keep
So is it
on waiting
interactive or not?
underneath the mistletoe.
Is it possible to turn down the music?
Yeah, the music is too loud.
Yeah.
On the fireplace, 'cause Santa here won't make me happy with a toy on Christmas Day. I just want you here tonight, holding on to me so tight.
Yeah, I would love to check. I would love to check another rooms.
You know that
too.
all I
Don't know any
want for
like interesting rooms.
Christmas is
You can check
and
your.
all the lights
go
are
inside.
shining so bright.
Yeah, I would love to check your room actually. Oh, I see you now. Okay. Hey.
This is my room.
Oh, nice. Okay. Can I come in? Okay. So it's interesting. Can you grant an access like so we can?
Stars and some sun today,
Uh-huh.
and I'm starting my treasure hunt.
Oh, treasure hunt. It's like in your room.
Well, no, if you look at what's my internet over here,
Don't touch.
I give away free games to
Oh.
people.
So it's like pirating.
So no. What I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and incorporate a review on this website with a treasure hunt in my room to encourage people to use this
Oh, so they
platform.
and they get keys or Steam keys.
So they will get a Steam key
Yeah,
for a game.
Yeah, nice,
So
nice.
that's where the treasure hunt starts. So
Yeah.
eventually I will use this and we'll place a review of this site on this VR the Gamers.
Oh, nice.
And then
Actually,
I will tell people to come here and find my room, and there will be a clue on how to get a key.
Nice. Actually, I can grant a key or two of an app I'm working on. It's on Steam.
Fantastic. That's what I like to work with is developers. I'm just doing just done a review on Abode. And should be being published next week for free key giveaway. And then I think I'm doing Steam Hammer the week after. So definitely, if you look for me on Facebook, my name is Chris William.
Chris William, one sec.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Yeah, 7 outside the matrix.
That's it. That's me. Oh. Okay, that's where I studied outside the matrix. I now live inside the matrix. So add me as a friend.
Yep.
And then obviously I'll see what stuff you do, and I'm sure we can do something where I can promote you somewhere. I'm on Reddit. I'm on Viveport. I get quite a lot of followers with whatever I do. So.
Nice. Yeah, so we are actually.
I came in here last night and I thought this is cool. I might use this.
Yeah, I like the concept, like having your space and decorating it.
This to me is what Facebook is like. If you could imagine Facebook in VR.
Yeah, I think Oculus want to do something similar. They definitely will go to a similar direction. I mean, it seems quite powerful.
There's quite a lot of social apps already out there, like AltSpace and High Fidelity and stuff.
But they don't have...
This is the only one that I've actually been in that actually feels like a social media platform.
Yeah.
This is my space. I can do with it what I want, and I can invite you in, and I think that's what's cool about it. It just feels like Facebook in VR.
And I guess in the kind of future they can add friends where you would be able to grant access to your room to edit it, to add stuff, or to, I don't know, like add objects, or in certain areas where everyone can leave their product.
I was speaking to developers last night about this, and they've got a lot of things that they're planning on bringing out, because I said I'd like a jukebox. I'd just love to be able to upload my music or a tape deck or something that I could just come into my room, click play, and my music would automatically play off my computer. That would be cool, rather than going into YouTube and it all. So it's definitely an option.
I wonder how many people have you met there? I mean, the app is just one day, I guess. It released yesterday or like a few days ago?
No. I had this app for, I think I've had it for about 4 months. So I actually only started using it yesterday.
Oh, they were better testing, I guess.
Yeah. They gave me a link to it, and I downloaded it, and I never bothered playing it. And it was only because he said to me yesterday, Seven, can you please come and check it out, because we've done a lot of updates.
And how many people have you met in this in Basement?
I think you're about the 4th or 5th person now that I've met. So it's not a lot, but then if you look at most games, there's not a lot of players unless
the
Lab or Arizona Sunshine.
Yeah, that point in virtual reality. I mean, in multiplayer games, it has to be quite popular to have simultaneously even like several people. It's rare to see. I think like Rec Room, AltSpace, and several Gear VR apps, social apps have kind of at least like 10 people inside. But most other apps that I've used it's quite rare to find anyone.
I totally agree. I find it very difficult, especially in different time zones as well.
Yeah.
If you're not in America or in Europe, then you really are stuffed for trying to find people to play with, because whenever anybody's on,
Mhm.
I'm asleep, or when I'm on, they're sleeping. So
I guess you're from UK.
You guessed almost correct. I am
You-
from the UK originally. I actually live in Thailand.
Ah,
So
nice. Nice. Yeah, I'm from Russia, by the way. It's what time zone are you in Thailand? What time it is?
the time now is currently 10:40 at night.
Ah,
So almost 11 o'clock
ah,
at night.
just it's 6 p.m. here. I'm from
6
St.
p.m. in
St.
Russia.
Petersburg. Yeah.
So it's your first time in this, yeah?
Yep. I logged in like 20 minutes ago, I guess. I actually run the recording. So, yeah, 60 minutes, just 60 minutes, but it feels like I already spent like at least half an hour.
Excellent. There's also, I don't know if you know, but if you're walking along the street and you see a red sign above one of the houses, that means that there's somebody in that room. So if you are wanting to meet people, obviously there are a lot of rooms, but if you see the red, I thought it was a giant cock sticking out the top of the building until they explained to me that it was a giant person. So if you see a red person on top of the building, that means that there's somebody in that room. So it's easier to find people that way than obviously walking up and down the street.
Yeah, and I've noticed that there are quite a lot of buildings. I guess they're all from beta testers. And so,
well, I mean, I've noticed yesterday, since I joined, you'll find that as you look at your room to your right, they are new rooms being added. So I've seen at least another 7 new rooms added since I was on yesterday. So it is growing.
And browsers, it's like possible to browse from the basement. I mean, it's possible to open up a browser.
Yeah, if you look at you look at your utility belt.
Actually, it's currently is not running. I guess it's running on when you are in your room.
Yeah. Okay, so anyway, on your browser that's on your utility belt, if you flick it around, you'll find somewhere around there you've got Google and web, so you can search the web from your being in your room, and obviously that's what that website is over there. It's a website running, and that's how the guys get the music playing as well. They just
put a
website of YouTube on and just leave it playing. So I'll get round to that.
I mean, it's pretty impressive. I told there are only one developer working on this app. I mean, it's already comparable to Altspace in a lot of ways. Like you can have browser, you can kind of basically add stuff to scenes, and it's perfectly synchronizes between users. I mean, it's pretty impressive.
Yeah, it is. So the developer last night, he was talking to me last night, which was nice because, to say, he invited me in to tell me to come and try it, and he's been trying for a while, but I'm always busy doing something called playing Onward. But last night I thought,
I also like
we're playing Onward.
Yeah, it's a great game.
Yeah.
It's also developed by.
It is a great game.
Yeah, it's also developed by a single person. I mean, it's super impressive, and I wonder what at the time when big companies will chime in and start to create content for VR, like AAA studios, what kind of experience they can bring.
Well, exactly. I mean, if you look at like Arizona Sunshine, which is pretty impressive, and Serious Sam, that's quite good as well. And I know they're not quite AAA titles yet, but they're as close as
they're developed by quite
at
experienced guys. Yeah. And so the plan is to hide keys in your room, like written on.
I don't know whether I'm gonna hide a key in the room or whether I will just give a clue to the on the website to come to the room, and then there may be another clue to go to my Facebook page or to another forum to find the key. It's or just leave their email address. It might just be leave your email address here and I'll email you something special.
Yeah.
But if you don't have a utility belt in here, then you can't leave me your email address.
Yeah.
But I suppose I could leave mine and say, email me and I will email you a key. That could possibly work.
Yeah, it also can work through browser. I mean, if guests can access your browser view, they can leave their email.
I suppose you can.
Yeah, let's check it out. Yeah, so I can interact, I can search. Yeah, I can actually use the form. What should we call you? Enter your email address. Yeah, it should work.
Yeah, okay, that would work. Yeah, so I might hide keys in the room, or I might, I'm just, as I say, it was only last night that I discovered this, and I've been thinking about it all day about different ways to try and get people to use this. So the whole idea is obviously help out the developers as much as possible.
Yeah.
To get people to use different, obviously, apps that people and games that people design. So obviously you're working on something at the moment. What are you working on?
So it is an app. It's called Tori. Tori, I will write to you on Facebook. So the idea is to create an application for creating animated stories inside VR. So when you have simple tools, props, and you can add it on your scene, like create a scene, and then start animating characters.
So something like Mind Show.
Similar. Yeah, we actually started with this concept of acting out when you become a character, and our first prototypes were actually we were using Gear VRs, and there was only head tracking, but we added voice and an ability to record movements. And then we started experimenting, and we found that it's pretty fun. And I think the interesting concept that you can just animate by moving characters like a puppeteer, and their movements are getting recorded in real time, and then you can edit it, add keys, and like with a very simple kind of tools, you can do what professional animators do. Obviously, not to the highest detail. It wouldn't be possible to create like a Pixar like movie, but it can.
Toy Story. Yeah.
But it can be close, like 80% to some basic character animation and character and like object animations. And we started about a year ago, and currently we're running on Steam in early access. It's super early. Lots of tools, so there are a really long way to go to the final vision of an application or a service that will allow anyone to create a story, when even a child can do that. But it's finally started to get shaping out. Like, I mean, finally started to feel good. So yeah, it's currently there are only two of us working on this, and yeah, it's our full-time project.
Yeah.
So
sounds good. I'll definitely keep an eye out for it. I've just downloaded Mind Show today. I've just been signed up for a alpha test on it. So
interesting. I actually,
so I'm
I signed up like just when they released the alpha kind of the first announcement, and yeah, I haven't received the key yet. And what do you remember which key? There was like a form where it shows how many people are behind you and in front of you, and
well, see, I jumped the queue because there was 286 people in front of me, and I just had a word with a couple of people, and I somehow jumped the queue and got given a key. So I'm very fortunate like that. I just seem to know a lot of the right people at the moment. Obviously, like meeting up with people like you, just having a chat with someone, and you find out, hey, that's a really good idea. That's fantastic. And then when something's being developed, they sort of like, hey, can you check it out, or can you help us out? So it's all about networking, and I just happened to have a word with somebody and said, look, I really would like to test that out. Any chance you can have a word with the people that need to be spoken to? And they was like, yeah, we can't promise anything. And a couple of days later, there's a alpha key sitting in my inbox. So I just, as I say, I got it yesterday. I just downloaded it today. I've had a 5-minute play around with it, but I've got to read all the instructions, and there's quite a complex instruction book on how to do it. So, it looks very, very well done from what I've seen. So I shall be reading that tomorrow, and then tomorrow evening, I'm sure I will be making my first 30-second movie.
Yeah, we would love to see it.
To see what happens.
Yeah, I mean the attention to kind of assets to details. I mean, at least on the video, is quite good. Yeah, and the concept
it
of
seemed
acting
like that
out
when I opened it up. Yeah.
Yeah.
You jump into the body, you do a little bit of acting, you jump out, you jump into another body, and you record it all and just play it back. It seems pretty simple. So, which is the good thing. So as I say, I'll have a read of the instructions properly so I know exactly what I'm doing, and then I'll have a play with it tomorrow evening and see what I can come up with. But they've got quite a few characters and objects that you can put into the environment, so it should be.
Do they allow to export video like from the app, or it requires to screen recording? Have you?
I'm allowed to. It says, because one of the things it says about obviously being granted use of it is I'm not allowed to share any of the stuff, but I can share the videos that I make. So obviously once I've made a video, I can share that on YouTube or on Facebook. That's no problem. They don't mind that. They just don't want any of the back stuff shared at the moment. But yes, I was impressed with that, but it just seems I've got lots of things at the moment to try and play and test out, and there just isn't enough time in the day. I'm sure you find that as you're developing as well. It flies by when you're working on something. A few hours is gone, and it's like, where did it go?
Yeah, but I think that there's not that many apps, at least interesting ones. So yeah, I try to check out whether it's possible, especially social and co-creation ones. I mean, like this, where you can create stuff and share. I mean, it's interesting to see a perspective and like how they realize something.
I've used AltSpace a few times. It's okay. It's not that difficult to use. It's fun. There's a few people around. This one, obviously, a couple of times now. I do not like high fidelity. I really didn't get on with that. It was just too complicated.
Yeah,
and
yeah. I mean, the interface. I mean, the loading times for me at least are quite. I mean, it's quite slow for me. Maybe it's a server issue. Then assets. I don't really like the style. I mean, it looks like a Second Life in a lot of ways.
Exactly, and it just felt like you needed to know programming skills, or you needed to know more about computers and VR than just, hey, sticking a headset on.
I tried to like put a cube in space, and it was really complicated. Like you take this kind of tablet and you search, and then I mean it's all kind of seems complicated and kind of slow, at least at that moment. It's like models are really slow to load. So yeah, but they're quite experienced in this type of application. I mean, Second Life is of course like a huge project, so I hope they will kind of fix all the issues. But yeah, the basement seems quite straightforward and simple. So yeah, I like it.
Yeah,
and it's social.
I'm enjoying it.
Yeah.
And that's what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be simple, easy, and social, and sort of ticks every single box at the moment. So I'm pleased with that.
By the way, have you tried Oculus Rift with touch?
No, because in Thailand we don't actually have any VR units. Obviously, I had to get my Vive imported over from America.
Yeah,
so they're not available over here in Thailand.
Yeah,
so trying to find someone with any VR equipment over here is impossible.
Same thing in Russia. All the headsets that we have Vives and Oculuses, touches, and all of them were first shipped to Europe, like Finland and Estonia, and then we will drive in and then just kind of take it through to the
pick them up and bring them back.
So it's difficult in some countries to acquire, to buy and to ship headsets. So yeah,
it's not difficult in Thailand. It's just expensive because obviously as soon as you import it into the country, the customs get their hands on it, and I think it was an extra $180 I had to pay import tax.
Yeah, as well in Russia, it's like 30% tax, and then they are not how do you call it? They're not certified. So for customs, it's hard to decide whether it's a weapon or some spying device. I don't know. I mean, it's Russia.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. No, it's as I say, it's quite expensive, and then I had to get the graphics card from America as well. So because at the time they didn't have any over here, I think they've started to get them in the country now, but at the time I couldn't get the graphics card I wanted. The most I could get was a 960, and I wanted an 1060.
1060,
and I wanted a 1080. Yeah, I wanted a 1080, so I had to get that shipped over, and that cost a lot of money as well. So that's the downside of living over here. The plus side is it's nice and hot, and I'm sure where you are at the moment, it's not very hot.
Yeah, it's quite cold and mist, not misty, but kind of. Well, it's snowing, then it's raining. I mean, this St. Petersburg is close to sea, so the weather is unpredictable, and it's mostly not very pleasant.
So it's all good. I'm going to try and finish off decorating my room a little
Actually,
bit more.
try to like move some object from your tool belt. I would be interesting to see how it looks from my perspective when someone is creating.
Okay, I will. What shall I put? I'm going to put a cube. No, I should put that. There we go.
Yeah, it's created from.
Pull that.
Oh, you can. You can scale.
Can make it bigger. So let's put that there. can't change the colour of it. Oh yes, I can. There's my colour. Thing just there.
Red cross.
Nice red cross. So if I grab hold of it
Start.
somewhere, got to try and find it now. There. That's the only thing with this. Is it's
Oh, now
quite
I see how you're
difficult
dragging it.
Yeah. So I'll go stick him in the corner over there. There. And it's as simple as that.
Yeah. Wow. Thank you for showing me around, Chris. I actually going to write to you on Facebook. It was really nice to meet you.
Yeah. No probs, and I'll look forward to speaking to you again and get your room done up, and we're I'll pop in and see you at some point.
Bye, Chris.
Catch you later. Bye bye.
Have a nice night, I guess.
I will do. Thank you.